Hey everyone, it's Jason. I want to do a quick video on the Epic card game. These are the three core or starter sets that have come out. The box here is the you can check out my videos to actually see what's in each one. But this is kind of a what should you buy video. There are also expansion packs, little booster packs that have a couple of cards. But since you have to have one of these core sets to play them, I'm not going to include them in this video. Because each one's going to have its own different flavor or keywords and things like that. So that's up to you if you want to get the expansion stuff. But if you're looking at starting the game, what do you buy? They have the core game, which the first one that came out, this had 120 cards, 30 cards for each of the 4 different alignments. So now, if you've never played this type of game before, basically what it is you play the games, you play creatures and events, or you play on your creatures and events. Let me just grab 2 cards here. So we have champions and we have event cards. So you're going to play either one to try and do damage and take out your opponent's health. Your cards, with this particular game, your cards are going to have 0 cost or 1 cost. Every turn you're going to get 1 gold coin to spend, so you can spend it on one ability, and then you can't save them up, so either you use it or you lose it, and the next turn you gain another one. So you're always only going to have 1 per turn to use towards either a card or a special ability. And then use the attacks and defenses or the various effects to deal damage to your opponent. And that's essentially how you play the game. That's just a quick, brief overview. Which set should you get? If you want more in-depth on what each is in each set, you can watch those videos. But the core set is going to have just the cards. Nothing else in there. That's it. Instruction booklet, it's not that good of a book. It's a little tiny book. Do I even have it laying out here anymore? I don't. But yeah, it's just a little tiny pamphlet book. It's not very helpful for its size. It'll explain how to play the game. But like they even say on the box here, you can go to their website to watch a video, which if you've never played this game might be better than trying to read through the book. I would recommend one of the 2 tinier box sets to start with. Either Guardians of Goanna or Epic the Duel set. There's a little bit of variation between the 2, but I would recommend picking up one of these to start with to see if you like the game. And if you do, then you can pick up the other box or the expansions or even the core set to get a lot more cards. The difference is instead of having 4 30 card decks, 1 for each color, you're going to have 4 15 card decks. So they're going to have less cards in each set. So you can only... So this one you can make 4 decks. This you're only going to be able to make 2 decks. Of mixing colors, but it gets you a better idea of what each color plays if you have to play 2 colors at the same time. So you get a better idea of how they work, might interact. Plus, then you can mix and match the sets together. Then if you like these, you can get the other reasons to do it is both of these sets, and I got my box upside down. Both of these sets are going to come with a lot better rule books. They're these bigger rule books. Instead of one that's this size, it's the size of a card, it's a little bit bigger. It has a lot better pictures in here that describe, here's how the playfield looks. Here's what abilities on cards are, how they work. Here's how your card orientation. Just a better description on the turn sequences and stuff like that, and the keywords. They're just better instruction manuals, so that's one reason to pick it up. The second reason, they're going to come with these little token sheets, which has a first player token, or current player, so you pass that back and forth so you remember whose turn it is. And then these gold coins. So these are the coins I was talking about used to pay for. So I have my gold coin to spend, and I've spent it. Are these necessary to play the game? Definitely not. You could use anything else you have sitting around you, or if you've played enough of these types of games before, these might not even be necessary. You can just remember. But if you're fairly new to the game, this is definitely a helpful little thing. The other thing they're going to include are keyword sheets. They don't include every single keyword, but they include some of the more important ones in the game. And the gold set includes one, and Epic and Guardians, or the Guardians set includes a different one, so they're not the same keywords. But the back sides are the same. They have quick reminders on how to play your turns, which are really fun to have too. Again, this is stuff that's not in the core set, which is why I would recommend it. So then they're also going to have little health token cards. Again, you can write, the base game says, or core box says, just write this stuff down, but just to help you keep track of your health. So you have 39 health, 38, 37, and then you can drop it down to each one. And on the back side, you actually have higher numbers in case you're playing, if you're playing like a 4-player game or a multiplayer game. So those come in there. They also have a lot more tokens. The base game does have some tokens, which 4 of each. This has 12 of the wolf tokens and zombie tokens, and 20 human and demon tokens, which is enough for any game, pretty much. So some cards, even in the base game, the core game here, that summon like 6 or 8 or 12 tokens, you only have 4. So at some point, you're going to play a card that you literally can't summon you don't have any tokens left. So buying these, at least one of these, gets you probably enough tokens to generally cover any card. Granted, if you're playing a bunch over and over and over, you might start to run out if they're not getting destroyed quick enough. But I don't think that's going to happen too terribly often. So now then the question is, which one of these two should you buy? The dual set is set up more for beginners. If you've never played the game, 100% never played the game before, and you've maybe never played this type of game before, you've never played a 2-player card versus game like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon or any of that stuff, the 2-player duels game is definitely the one I'd probably pick up. It separates the decks out into a player 1 and player 2 set. So it splits them up into which ones. Then after you've played, you can ideally go ahead and swap the colors and mix and match, or you can make your own decks or whatever you want to do. But it separates them out. The Guardian set just has a stack of all 4 colors. So you have to, again, you can sort them out by the 2 colors the same way, but it doesn't tell you which ones maybe go well together. That's a little minor point. The other thing the Dualism has is this quick starter guide. So with having these pre-made decks, they actually have a guide that tells you how to play through that deck. So it's basically player 1 is going to draw these 5 cards. They're saying you should play, this is what you should do to play this card. Then player 2 is like, oh, I should be playing this card at this time and doing that. And it walks through what cards are actually in your hand, what cards you're going to have out. It's a walkthrough tutorial. So again, if you've never played this type of game, this is fantastic for learning how to play it. And then if you ever mix the decks up and you want to play someone brand new, and you want to use this again, here's the order you put the cards in. Plus, they also have them on the back of each of these cards as well, which is really nice. So if you've never played the game before, it does it. Plus, it also eliminates some of the keywords and extra, like different keyword abilities to make it a little bit easier. So it focuses a lot more on doing tributes, which are coming to play abilities. When you play this, it does that. You have stuff with just a lot more tribute abilities. Stuff where you're gaining attack and defense, or dealing, like that's what this one has. The red and green one has a lot more stuff with like gaining bonuses. So you gain bonuses based on your types. So they have a lot more stuff like that. Now versus the Guardian set, which actually introduces new keywords from the core set, because it's a direct expansion. So it does make it a little bit easier for some of that stuff, but it also adds more to the game. So maybe if you're familiar with playing these types of games and you want something, you're not going to be scared off by having extra effects to do, this might be the one to pick up. It's going to have, like, one of the keywords that's not in the dual set, that is in this one, is, let me see if I can find it, because it's usually on, is this loyalty ability. So, loyalty here says, loyalty 2, so when you play this card, you have to show 2 other cards of the same alignment, so it's 2 other blue cards, to get that effect. The dual set gets rid of that, so you don't have to worry about it because you're playing with mixed decks. The idea of this is that, yes, you could play this by itself, and those cards might be here or there harder to get, but the idea is you're buying the base game, and then now you've bought this afterwards. So you're going to have enough cards to mix and match and make a full deck. The other thing the Guardian set comes with is these tokens, +1 and +2 tokens, which again aren't 100% necessary, but they're nice to keep track of. So that's an extra little bonus this set has that the dual one doesn't. But the dual one also has a lot more stuff in there where you're gaining just plus attack or just plus defense. So when these have plus minus health and or attack and defense, they're kind of useless at that point, and you have to have some other tracker anyhow. So those are the 3 games. That is just my recommendation. Buy one of the 2 big boxes first. Buy the core set later. Or buy the core set with one of the 2 boxes. Pull one of these out to learn how to play. If nothing else, at least use the instruction book. Then you can turn around and start buying all the different booster packs and stuff like that to kind of supplement maybe what you want to do. Because each booster pack, I believe, has cards for all 4 colors. So it's not like you get to pick or choose. But and also just making sure to state, I've stated this in the core video, but every box has the same cards in it, so there's no randomness. I just wanted to do a quick video just to show off those 3 sets so you kind of have an idea of what you might want to get. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.